everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to solve another POTD, which is to find the minimum number of changes to make binary string beautiful. So let's first understand the question. You are given a zero index binary string S having even length. Okay, we are given a string which have an even length. A string is beautiful if it is possible to partition it into one or more substrings such that each substring has an even length. I have to divide S into like one or more substrings such that it should have an even length, like 2, 4, 6, 8, like this. Each substring contains only one or only zero, and every substring which I'll make out of the string which is given to me of even length, it should be only containing either one or either zeros, like all ones and all zeros. You may change any character in S to 0 or 1. Okay, so we can change any 1 to 1 or like to 0. So return the minimum number of changes required to make the string S beautiful. So we have to basically return the minimum number of changes which we are required to make a string beautiful. So now let's first understand the example given to us here. Here it is 1001. So they've asked us to partition the string into one or more substrings. Okay, we have to partition it in one or more. Like, how can I partition it into one or more substrings such that it should be of even length? Either I can use it as a whole, or I can partition into like here two parts, because it has a size 4, so I can partition it into 2 and 2 parts. Okay, then I'll get two substrings of even length. And if I partition it, it will like I have 1 0 0 1. If I partition it, it will become 1 0 and 0 and 1. So what is the minimum number of changes required to make it beautiful? Either I can make 1 to 0 or 0 to 1, and it will become 0 0 0 0 or 1 1 1 1, like this. So we have to make it beautiful, and in order to make it beautiful, we just have to change we just have to make a substring either containing all ones or all zeros. Okay, so I have to make minimum of two changes, one in this substring and one in this substring. Here in the example 2, I have only I have a substring. I have a string of length 2, and length 2 is itself a even substring and like even length string, and we cannot further change it into we cannot further divide it into and to make it even length. So what is minimum number of changes which we have to do here is 1. Like, either I can make 1 to 0 or 0 to 1, it will become beautiful. Here we have all same numbers, so we don't have to change it, like it is already beautiful, so the answer is 0. Okay, so how can we solve this question? Okay, so they have given us even length. Like, we have to make a string beautiful by making a substring of even length. So what are the even lengths which we can make? The smallest is 2, and the biggest, what is the biggest even length which we can get from the from our substring? As it is said that we have given even length string itself, so if we half it, like if I make the half of the given substring, then I can get even length halves. Okay, okay, so in that also we have to find some logic which will help us to make it a beautiful string. So what we can do is we can take the minimum even length string which we can get. So what is the minimum even length string which we can get? Of size 2, right? So what we can do is we can check for the adjacent elements each time. Like, for the string given to me, I can make a substring of 2 size all the time. I can do this, right? Because they want me to have a substring of even length. So every time I'll check for the consecutive 2 elements. If they are equal, it means it is beautiful. If it's not equal, I will increment 1 in my counter. Like, I have to make one change in that. Did you get the intuition? If I have a substring of 1 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1, so they have asked me to make according to the conditions given, each substring should be of even length. So what I can do is I can take two elements at a time, like two elements at a time, and think of it as a substring which I have to make. Okay, so each time, okay, it's not even length, so Each time I encounter both equal elements, it means what? It means I got the beautiful string. I don't have to change anything. But if I'm not getting the if I'm not getting both the elements of equal, like only one or only zero, it means I have to make change. It means I am not getting the beautiful and beautiful string, so I'll increment my counter to 1. Okay, I hope you got the intuition. So now let's code it, then you will understand it better. Let's find the size of the string first, which is s dot size. Now let's have a loop, int I equals 0, I is smaller than size, -1. Why -1? Because I have to, like, I'm checking for two elements at a time, okay? So if I'll be at here, like I'll go till here and I'll check both the elements. I for that I've written is size -1, so that it does not give me the runtime error. I plus equals 2. I'm checking two elements at a time, so I'll increment my I counter by 2. Okay, and let's have a count variable 0, which will count the number of changes which I have to make, and then we will return it eventually. So if my s of I is not equal to s of I plus 1, what does that mean? It means it is not a beautiful string, so I have to change one element in that. Either I can make 1 to 0 or 0 to 1 to make it beautiful. And then last, just return your count. This is the whole code. Now let's run it. Is it fine? Yeah, let's run it. Yes, it's working fine. Now submit it. Okay, so it's correct now. So now let's understand the time complexity. So as we are traversing in our whole string which is given to us, so the time complexity is big of n, right, is big of n, and we are taking like two steps, so big of n by 2, so which is eventually equal to big of n. And the space complexity will be constant space. We are not using any extra space, we are just using a variable, so it is the big of 1 space complexity. Thank you so much. I hope you understand the solution.